What's up, guys? Eric here from EBM Productions, here with another video. So, I'm going to make this video as short as possible. So, Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira happened this weekend, and it essentially played out exactly how I predicted it would. However, I couldn't make an in-depth prediction for you guys, saying this is what Topuria does well, this is what Oliveira... I already made the Oliveira videos, essentially, because of the size thing and a few strategies, etc. But cool. Couldn't do that because of work and time and stuff. Like right now it's 10 at night. I have to go to bed soon. So yeah, I'm going to be as quick as possible. So, here's what Oliveira did wrong. Or, well, okay, let me say what he did right, or what strategies of his style work well versus a guy like Topuria. So one is long jabs. Two, long combos. He likes 1, 2, 3 shots. Well, meaning jab, cross, hooks, but far hooks. He likes to throw them quite along. The one that he dropped Chandler with in their first fight. And he likes the teep kick. He's very good with the teep at a distance, and leg kicks, far leg kicks. He throws them quite far, not like me with short legs and stuff, or tight hips. He throws them a certain way at a long distance. That's very damaging, etc. Then he has very good offensive jiu-jitsu and positional awareness. Now, cool. Those are the things that I was worried about, and also his length, the size difference using these tools. But because he was fighting Ilia Topuria, he changed his style a tiny bit. So yes, he did come after him, like he said in the conferences beforehand. But he came out with a high guard like this. He didn't come out with the traditional side guard like he has. I don't know what to call this. It's still a high guard, but it's more like a side guard because of the elbows being flared. And he likes moving his head like this usually, which is because of his eyes, if you know his backstory, etc. And him actually being sick and all that stuff as a kid. So he came out like this. Now, and he still moved like this, but the problem was he went from where his arms are like this, and he can extend all the way there, to this, losing a full hand's length of striking distance. That is 2, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches of reach that you're giving up. You're essentially equalizing your smaller opponent, who likes to fight like this, with his hand out, pawing, you giving him an advantage again. You're giving him room. So, Topuria was obviously low and heavy on his front leg like he usually is. And he likes to jab like this, where he curves his arm in a V just to get it out there so long to cover the distance, and then strike from there as well. That was one of the key reasons why Oliveira got hit in the striking realm, and why he still could land his elbow, because he's tall, but he couldn't really do much with it. And when he defended, it was reactionary. And also, because he was like this, his body was open. And if you know how the ending sequence started, it was with a body shot. It was a body jab, specifically. Meaning, Oliveira, at that last moment, after being kind of neutralized on the ground and realizing that maybe later I'll catch him on the ground, possibly, but that's not the go. That's not the move right now. It shouldn't be the move because he got out still. And also, things change throughout the fight. Maybe he'll get his chance. So cool. He was like, I can still stand with this guy, because he landed the elbow on him, some leg kicks, and some teeps, which did work. But the problem was, Topuria knew that 1, I need to close the distance. 2, need to go high-low. 3, leg kicks. And lastly, he needed to punish his opponent. I like doing this as well. It's where you take 1 shot to give 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how open they are. And go watch the fight again. You'll see he made Oliveira pay. That moment where Oliveira landed the elbow on the top of the head, which is a very good technique that the highest skilled strikers do versus shorter opponents. Islam versus Volk. Aljamain versus Peter Yan, because he saw that's an opening there. John Jones versus all of his opponents that were shorter. Elbows, spinning elbows, etc. Sorry, I'm not doing the spinning elbow right now. That's why I did a half-hearted one. But yeah, anyway, point is, better strikers can do that versus shorter guys. Most strikers don't. They prefer to stay far because they know there's a risk of getting taken down, blah, blah, blah. So, every time that, well, okay, let me use that one example because there's not much time on there's not much space on my phone. Anyway, so Oliveira landed that elbow and instantly Topuria threw 1, 2, 3 shots, and he landed 2 of those out of those 3 because he wanted him to pay and realize I can't just do 1 and 2s. Which, by the way, that's another thing. Oliveira throws strikes 1, 2 moves. 1, 2. He doesn't do long combos. It's another reason why he got punished in between. So, the ending sequence and why it happened, how it happened. Topuria, Oliveira wades in with the high guard, meaning Topuria can close distance easier. Topuria jabs to the body, jabs on top, and then dips, jabs again, and lands on the back foot and spring loads it because he anticipated. He actually trapped, he played his trap card so that Oliveira threw his right cross like this, and because if you throw it downwards, you're open. And he threw it right over the arm perfectly, bam, right on the chin. The left hook was really unneeded, and he curved it down. If you go look at how he landed it, he curved it down because he saw he was falling, and he just wanted to completely seal the deal. That is the most elite finish we've seen in years. Crazy shit. Very, very technical. And it was all because of how they clashed and how the game plans clashed and how different it was versus how different Ilia Topuria planned his game plan versus every opponent that he's had. It was different versus Max, it was different versus Volk, it was different versus Emmett, etc. And obviously way different for Charles, and very good. Very good. And also a perfect example of shorter guy beating a taller guy using skill. Yeah, he caused the car crash to knock him out. Crazy. Let me know what you guys thought about this fight. It went exactly how I predicted it and what I saw. Yeah, cheers.